G'day Simon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me along.
Well, when we spoke about doing this whole thing, there was only one person that I think I had to ask. How did you get into collecting? Because obviously your collection is behind us, or parts of it.
Well, I guess like for most people my age, it all starts from your childhood. You just start getting the toys from your family, from your friends, all that sort of thing, and it just sort of grows and grows from there. It started off in 1978 with Luke Skywalker's land speeder, which is just behind us here. Yeah, that sort of kicked the ball rolling. And one that really sort of takes the cake for me is the vinyl Cape Jawa, primarily because I remember actually picking that off the pegs myself. And I don't really remember getting individual figures, but that one for some reason really sticks out. I would have been 10 years old. It would have been on an Empire Strikes Back card. It would have been from Woolworths in Canberra, in Woden Plaza in ACT. So yeah, it's really kind of special for me for that one, and it's in pristine condition.
What do you think drives collectors today? Because obviously Star Wars is a unique entity in the world. Yeah. 40 years. What do you think drives a modern collector today?
Well, that's a tough one to pin down. But I mean, for me, Star Wars has always kind of been like family. It's always been there for me. It's always been my go-to place. I've grown up with Star Wars, so it's just become part of my life. It's part of who I am. So I don't know if everyone else holds that same value, but I mean, that's just the way I look at it for myself. I couldn't speak for anyone else, really.
What do you collect? Because obviously there's so many variations of these toys now. What do you collect and why do you collect it? Do you narrow your focus down or do you have an open mind with a lot of things?
I started off collecting everything and anything I could get my hands on, but I mean, you end up getting so much stuff and you're sort of left with everything and you have to sort of diversify. So that's what I did probably around 18, 19 years ago. I decided just to sort of focus on the action figures alone. But that in itself is quite complicated because you've got so many different scales, so many different companies producing them now. So I don't know if I've shot myself in the foot or not. But yeah, basically, I mean, it started off with the action figures. They're the core of any Star Wars collection. So I think that's what I really tend to focus on the figures themselves.
What is your favourite Star Wars film and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. Depending on what time of day it is, I probably float between Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back. Probably because I remember being so emotionally moved by both of those films, more so than the others, which are more sort of a bit more upbeat and vibrant. But those two are the darker ones, and they always tend to sort of leave you feeling maybe a little deflated, but not in a negative sense, more kind of, reflective and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Once again, Mike, thanks very much for doing this.
Thank you. The pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much again. Thank you.